All right, first round I'm playing against my buddy Nick from Michigan, or I guess he's from Ohio, but he's part of the RIW crew, and actually part of my team too because I work with those guys. Uh, he's playing Goldan, so it's probably very likely that he got that nightfall that we passed. I'm gonna ask him if he got it, but he probably won't tell me. So, um, yep, he said sure did. Okay, so I rolled a 13, and he rolled an 18, so he's gonna have the option to play first or draw, which everybody plays first. My opening hand is 2 quests, which is good. I have a strike, a 1-drop, a 2-drop, 2/3, a 3-drop, and a 4-drop. So I have pretty much like the perfect curve. So we're gonna keep. I mean, if he has like a 1-drop, we could strike it. Since he doesn't, we're just gonna draw. We're gonna lay our quest and then play Jadefire and Netherseer. So he has to either show us her hand or take 1 damage. He played Documenting the Time Waves, which I also have a copy of, and I drew a 5-drop 1/9. So I'm still just drawing more cards that fit perfectly into my curve, which is sweet. And hopefully my 2/1 can take out his ally, or I'll draw a mark and take out allies later with it. So, all right. So I can't attack now unless I do draw the mark. Instead, I drew another 2-drop, and I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play it. I mean, it's a 1/4 protector with spell shields. So yeah, let's get this guy in play. The other option is to play the 2/3. And the only real reason I would want to do that is if I'm like hoping to draw a mark next turn. So it lets me suit up one of my allies, kill his 2/4, and then maybe my 2/3 can take out one of his allies. But what I'm thinking is I'm gonna play that Child of Ursoc next turn. So once I have that online, once I have the Child of Ursoc online, he's not gonna be able to attack it since I played the 1/4. So that's the reason I wanted to play the 1/4 spell shield instead. Because so also this 1/4 Child of Ursoc turns into a 4/4, which is big enough to kill his 2/4 protector, and then all my allies are free to do whatever they want. So, given those options on turn 2, I think it's better to play the Child over the Marauder. Plus, it lets me play the Marauder as a resource, which is nice. Where like I have 1 copy of Keening Shivra, which will let me buy back a 2-drop. I'd rather buy back a 1/4 protector over a 2/3 do nothing. So getting that into play seems good. I could see him playing Nightfall, my Child, but just because it's going to open up the board, which I'd be fine with just because I already have a 4-drop I can play, which doesn't really get any further ahead. Okay. Alright, so he's trading his Gaktai because he made my 1/4 not be able to protect. Alright, and we drew Ancient Bear Form, which is awesome for us in this position because it lets us protect against his Unstoppable Abyssal. Child is going to swing into his hero. I'm going to road the strike because it really doesn't have as much value anymore. And I'm going to play the 2-drop Marauder because I'm going to use my last 2 resources to play Ancient Bear Form. If I play the Ancient Bear Form, it lets me keep my Child of Ursoc and play longer. So it can just straight up trade for his Abyssal, which is nice. I guess that there's some arguments that can be made that I should have kept my Child of Tortorella back. Because if he has, say like Ben checks this guy, then he can still tap my hero. and I won't be able to protect against his unstoppable missile. But sometimes I like to play a little loose. Alright. But I guess I'd also be fine if you cast Ben chucks this guy instead of a big ally here, so. See, this is where I wish my monster deck had a couple more big dudes. Because I'm starting to gain control. But I'd rather be casting big allies. Like if I cast a Trog here, I could eat one of his allies for free and still get a 4/4 out of it. So he's flipping, so that lets him pay 2 life, pay 5 resources, and draw 2 cards. Alright, so I drew an Unstoppable Abyssal, which is nice considering I kind of already have the advantage on board. So I think I attack him for 6. Oh, and I just realized my microphone's off. This turn's pretty straightforward. Attack him for 6. Let's put some of the 23 in, then I'm just going to cast a Strong Root. Because I'm making it where he doesn't have enough allies in play to really kill any of my allies on board. Plus he's in a position where if he just takes 1 hit from my Felguard Marauder, he'll just straight up die to the Child of Golden, which I drew last turn. So I'm in a pretty good spot here. He'd have to have a Nightfall, which would heal him, kill one of my allies. But I'd still be able to have, like the way my board is set up, I'd still be able to have enough damage to kill him over the next couple turns, so. Him just dealing 4 damage to himself with his own cards hurt. He's thinking. I'm going to protect with my hero just because I'm ahead on life. And it doesn't give him the option to play a Tauren later and exhaust my hero and take away one of my protects. At this point, I don't think he can win anymore. But we will see. Oh, he's going to exhaust my guy. So my child dies. Which is weird. I think unless he has another copy, I would have tried to save that for after. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Yep. We're just going to protect. It's still win because I hit him for 3 with these allies and then I play child. Or if he keeps it, Ben checks this guy. I mean, I don't deal damage to him this turn and he still gets further ahead. So I might have played that a little differently on his side, but there's always game 2. Sideboard. I didn't really see anything I want to hate, but I'm glad I took the Garrosh because I think he would have ended up with it. That's nice to win a game like without any of our powerful abilities like Mark of Malorn. He's going first. I don't have a 2-drop, which is probably already a concern to Mulligan, but I have a 4/4 Mossbark, which is a 5. I'm sorry, it's a 5/5 for 4. I can only play it if I control 2 monsters in play. A Child of Goldrin, 1 quest, a 1-drop 2/1, the Earthen Crusher, a Terror Guard, and a Firecaller. This hand is not very exciting, so I'm going to mull. Okay, well, we got another hand that's not very exciting, but we're going to keep it. I guess we can't mull again, right? So, I'll play a quest and end my turn. It's nice that he didn't do anything, so us not doing anything is not that bad. My hand is 2 more quests, an Unstoppable Abyssal, which is the 4/4 that makes an ally not protect this turn, a Terror Guard, which is a 7/5, you sack a demon when it comes into play, a 6/5 Ogre, a Mark of Malorn, and a Child. So I really wanted a 2-drop there, didn't get there, so we're just passing again. That will probably lead for us to take some beatdowns this game. And this is why your early curve is so important, because you just don't do anything. It can be disastrous for you. Oh, Earthen Crusher is big. It's a good thing we have cards that let us come back. I'm going to play the Child of Goldrin, attack him to his 3/2, so I can just take damage off the board. And end my turn. So what I'm thinking is next turn I'm going to play this Unstoppable Abyssal, which hopefully he has to spend mana or spend his resources to hit me with Crusher. I'm not sure if he's +2. And then I drew another quest. But if he does that, just straight up pumps for like 3 resources to kill this. The next turn I can play lions, tigers, and bears and kill off his crusher and get 2 more allies in play. So I'm starting to catch up. You played a Gaktai, which is the 2/1 pet that lets you draw a card for 2 life. He's just beat me down. So I take 3. Yep, he's going for my throat at this point. So that's like, I think it's another 5 coming straight at my dome. Which is fine. Like, he probably has Nightfall in hand, so I want to start getting some life or protect somewhere, so I take another 5. I kind of think he has Nightfall just because he's doing so much damage for me instead of making favorable trades. I'm going to row the big ogre because I don't really need him. So, Unstoppable will take out his 3/3. And then lions, tigers, and bears. Oops. Will come into play. And I'll just take out his orc since he has 2 Well of Eternities. And then end my turn. So one's a protector. And one of these is stealth. Which is fine. Next turn I'm looking to get the strong root kind of online. Or maybe Mark to take out one of his, like if I can take out his crusher or something. But that's what he plays. I think he has, I don't know, I just have a strong read he has that Nightfall. So I don't really want to take that much more damage. Like this turn I shouldn't take anything, which I don't. Because he traded his 2 allies. Unless he plays the haste ally, yeah, he has it. I'm probably dead next turn, but I can't really stop him from having Nightfall. Oh. With that attack, maybe he doesn't have it. Draw. I think I need the defense, so I'm gonna row this big Terror Guard because it doesn't matter anymore. Like I could double up on allies next turn. And I'm gonna play this Stone Root, which should take a lot of damage. I just fed my son a whole bottle, but he's still hungry, so I'll have to wait a second for that. It looks like we're having technical difficulties. Okay, we figured it out. For some reason he disconnected, but he is now back in there. So I gotta take 2 here because if I protected, then he could just pump all of his resources into Earthen Crusher and take out my Strong Root, which is one thing I don't want. I want to be able to make him not attack with his Ogremar Marksman. So we won't protect there, we'll just take the 2. I mean, I think it's a fine play if he just attacks both his guys and pumps to kill the strong root. There's no reason not to take it off the board. Especially when it's only going to cost you resources and only 1 damage on your crusade or your crusher, and only you're trading your ogre more. I think that's fine. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what else is in his hand though. He can also draw a card first and then decide what he wants to do. Alright, so he does go that route. He's going to draw a card. So he has to lay a resource. But then he still just kills the strong root, which is nice for him. I guess I could have played Firecaller and just taken all the beatings, but... So I'll set the counters at 3. Yep. I mean, usually it takes a lot more to kill. I got a strong root than that. Tough choices. I could row the mark and play... Like, I know I want to play Child, and I know I want to play Firecaller. I just don't know how I want to play them both. It just sucks as Earthen Crusher has killed so many of my allies. It might be better even not to play the Child and do a double row, like flip, just to get the backline power online, and play this Firecaller because it still threatens. But he can just hit me for 11, so I guess I'm dead. I don't have any protectors, so I guess my only real option is to draw a card. Hope to draw the wolf, and I don't. Dude, Crusher just went to town on me. I guess I should have taken it out with my Firecaller. So... missing the 2-drop hurt. I should have taken out that Earthen Crusher. Just did too much damage to me. Hopefully we'll get a better draw this game. I haven't been able to play a 1-drop into Mark just to gain full control in the early game yet, so hopefully we'll do that here. We have no quest, but we do have a Keeper, which is the 3/4 that heals 5 divided. We have a Bear Form, which will help us keep allies in play. We have the Crusher that he just owned us with. A 6/5, a Focused Heal, which is another healing spell. The 1/4 Turtle, and the 4/4 that is a 1/4 on your opponent's turn. I think I'm going to mulligan because I think I can do better. If this Bear Form was like Mark, I'd probably keep, because if you get Mark on this Child and then next turn you heal it to full, it's going to be a beatdown on their hero. So I'm just going to mull. Whoops. So oops, what did I do? There we go. And he kept. It's not usually a good sign, but I did mulligan, so that might have swayed his decision. Okay, so hand's not exciting, but what else are we going to do? We have Child of Goldrin, Eye of the Legion, Child of Ursoc, the quest we played, Lions, Tigers, Bears, Strike, and the 1/9 Protector. Okay, again we missed, but I think we're just gonna row this face down. The Strike, because he didn't play a 1-drop, and then we're just gonna play our 2/1, because then if we draw Mark, we can take out whatever he played. And if he plays a 3-2, which we know he has, because he played... I don't know if he took 1 or not. Or else he had to show me his hand. He plays a Blood Soul. So we're going to play a quest we just drew and Child of Ursoc and pass the turn. I like playing the child there over just the Child of Ursoc over the other child. It does enable him to Blood Rush, which is annoying. Well, he passed his turn, so... Is that a sign that he has... Ben checks this guy? Probably. So we're going to try to attack here. Yeah, so he plays Ben checks this guy. Just kind of expected. We're going to roll one of the childs we just drew, because we want to get this 4-drop in play. So we're just playing allies that are bigger than what he has right now, which is nice. I don't really want to row any more of the cards in my hand. So next turn I might just play, draw a card with my quest. And then, or else I might play Child, depending on what he plays. Okay, so he plays a Fire Color. So, just looking at the board as it is now, my plan would be to just run my Child into it, because it just straight up kills it. Which kind of leaves us vulnerable to the 4/5 protector. I don't think we can do anything about it. Like, the other options weren't great. So I'm going to attack his ally that can attack my allies. And then I'm going to cast... let's cast Lion, Tigers, and Bears. And then we'll attack him for 2. I just want to get enough allies out there where... This will be Protector. And this is Ferocity. He beats me down with the Blood Soul. I could protect, but that would just seem silly. It's not affecting the board at all, and I don't mind this taking 2. Okay. So he plays Ogre Mar Marksman, which is the one that creates tokens, a token orc. You play Ogre's Mar Marksman, which makes the token orc. So that guy can only hit my hero, and then he's going to decide what he wants to take out, which would probably be Child of Ursoc. Nope, he gets the Protector. Beats my head in for 2, which seems more than reasonable. Alright. So now I have options. My Child of Ursoc will trade with any of his allies, so I really don't want to swing it into any, which is also the same with Eye of Legion. So I think my Ferocity guy is going to take out his 3/3. So that dies. I'm going to take out his Orc with my Lions, Tigers, and Bears. I'm going to hit him for 7. And I'm going to play the Strong Root. He says I hate that guy. I don't blame you. He's annoying to play against. Basically, he showed us that he had 2 copies of Marksman. So that's why I'm kind of like getting the Strong Root line. It makes it where you can't kill either of my hard-hitting allies right now. I don't really need to protect against a Blood Soul attack. Like, I guess I could just because it stops him from getting Blood Rush now. I guess I would protect. There's no reason not to. If he wanted Blood Rush for one of the cards that would be important, he could just Vainglorious, though. Yeah, I would probably let it go through. What I'm thinking is the only card he really needs Blood Rush for right now is the 3-drop 2/2 that makes a 2/2 if you have Blood Rush. And he can turn that on if he wanted to anyway, so. Alright, so he makes my 1/9 not be able to protect, which is fine by us. Just looking at the board, I'm going to try to trade my child into his Unstoppable. No reason to let him have a 4/4 in play. And then I'm going to hit him for 4. Because the Strong Root's going to ready whenever he attacks with an ally. And I think it's Fire Collar time. And I'm going to pay 1 to look at what's in his hand. I should have done that first. Okay. And then we're going to row this little demon dude. Because I have 3 quests face up that will draw me cards, but they cost 4. So there's a chance that I could start drawing cards and playing more spells. Just considering I already have Child. Yeah, if you want to get the 7-stone online, you had to play whatever he drew. Okay. I think attacking with the Blood Soul is fine, because either he puts 2 damage on my Strong Root or I take 2. So I think I would have done that if I was him. Now, I don't know what I want to do. He has a 7/7 that lets him duplicate an ally he has in play, which can get out of hand. But I could take care of it. I could take care of it now, but it's going to cost me 2 of my allies, so that's not very exciting. My other option is just to go beat down on his face. If I just full attacked his hero, he would take 9 damage, which would put him up to 23, which is almost dead. And then I have Child, which would hit him for 3, which would also be good. What I'm thinking is a better play. No, I guess it's fine. No matter how I slice it, I should probably put him at as much damage as possible. Oh, actually, I don't even have the power with this yet, so yeah. I probably do want to... I could do that. I could smash my Eye of the Legion into his 7/7, which would kill it, giving me Smash and Assault 2 on my Fire Collar. I could play the Child, run it into his 7/7, and then kill it with Strong Root. Attack him for 5. That seems fine. So this dude's going to suicide himself in. This dude's going to take 7, which is infinite. And then I'm going to play Child and then take him out. And then attack him for 5. And I'm going to row this card face down just so I can draw. It's fine. Another option would have been run the Fire Collar into his Blood Soul, but that leaves us very vulnerable to a Death Watcher. So we don't want to do that. Right now, the Fire Caller can take out a Death Watcher, but if I run into Blood Soul and smash him for 2 damage, then he could play Death Watcher, just kill the Fire Caller, and I'm no better position. So, what happened? Oh, he took 3. I think he meant to go their way. Yeah, so he played Vainglorious and flipped it. And I'm guessing he's going to documenting. I'm just going to draw a card at the end of his turn. So he pays 2 life to draw 2 cards. Seems good. I mean, seems better than playing documenting. He's far behind, so more cards give him more options, and it's really not that much damage. Especially when he has cards like Vainglorious in his deck. Alright, so beatdown time on his hero. And then I'm going to play Keeper. And I think I just heal. I'm going to heal 1 from my Strong Root, just so it won't die to a Death Watcher. And then I'm just going to heal the rest from my hero. And then I'm just going to play Sinister Watcher, because it lets me look at my top 3 cards and put them back in any order. So I'm going to draw something good next turn, which would be Terror Guard. And then I'll lead the bear for him. Yep. I guess I should have. I probably should have healed 1 more from Strong Root. That way it doesn't die to a Marksman. But at that point it doesn't matter because he just dies on his turn. So I guess healing the 1 is not significant at this point. Right now, he probably should be just digging for his Nightfall to kill my Fire Caller and heal a lot of damage from his hero. So if he has the option, he'll deal 4 or 8, depending on what's in his hand. Okay. So he plays Child of Goldran and Marksman. Yep. So he's going to take out some allies, but I don't know what the best way he's going to do it, because it looks like I still kill him. Yeah. Well, I'm going to see if I can get any more matches, and if I can, then round 2 will become...